India is actively pursuing the Multi-Role Fighter Aircraft (MRFA) program to modernize its air fleet. The requirement includes the acquisition of approximately 114 new fighter aircraft. This initiative stems from the Indian Air Force's urgent need to replenish its squadron strength due to the retirement of older platforms, delays in domestic development programs, and increasing operational demands. As the process unfolds, various aircraft platforms are under consideration, including the South Korean-developed KF-21 Boramae. Recent credible reporting suggests that the KF-21 is being reviewed as a potential candidate by Indian defense planners, although no official tender documents or government statements have yet confirmed its inclusion in the MRFA competition. However, analysis and reporting from defense-focused outlets indicate that India has shown interest in exploring the possibility of integrating this platform into its force structure. This consideration is rooted in a combination of industrial alignment, technological compatibility, and future growth potential. The KF-21 is currently undergoing low-rate production in its country of origin, following an extensive flight test program that began in 2022. As of mid-2025, the aircraft has successfully completed over 1,000 test sorties and is being manufactured in limited numbers under Block 1 configuration. Deliveries of these units are expected to begin between 2026 and 2028. An additional production batch was approved in 2025, signaling a continued commitment to the platform despite internal budget pressures. One of the major reasons the KF-21 is under consideration in India is due to its compatibility with Indian aerospace infrastructure. The aircraft is powered by twin engines that are identical to those selected for two major indigenous Indian combat aircraft programs. This engine commonality offers logistical benefits, reducing the need for additional spares, training pipelines, or new maintenance infrastructure. This alignment significantly reduces the operational and support burden, making it a pragmatic choice in terms of sustainment and life cycle cost. In addition, the development agency behind the KF-21 has expressed openness to international collaboration. Reports suggest that proposals for technology transfer, licensed manufacturing, and co-development of future variants are being considered. This aligns directly with India's national defense policies, which emphasize increasing domestic production, expanding the capabilities of local defense companies, and reducing dependency on foreign military imports. If such a collaborative offer is officially presented and meets India's offset and strategic technology demands, it could improve the aircraft's prospects in India's selection process. However, the platform faces significant limitations and programmatic risks that are actively being evaluated by Indian authorities. The current production configuration, designated Block 1, lacks internal weapons bays and does not feature full stealth capabilities. While some design features help reduce radar detection, the absence of internal payload carriage in this version affects its suitability for missions that require low visibility in contested airspace. These are important considerations for any nation evaluating future combat requirements. Internal systems designed to reduce detectability are present, but they are partial and not comprehensive in the current build. Planned enhancements to the platform, including more sophisticated stealth features, internal weapon storage, and advanced sensor integration, are part of future upgrades, but they are not yet available. These improvements are included in later stage design roadmaps referred to as Block 2 or experimental variants, which are expected to become operational only in the mid to late 2030s. This timeline presents a challenge for India's immediate needs, as the country requires new aircraft within this decade to stabilize squadron numbers and avoid gaps in aerial defense capabilities. India's defense acquisition authorities are also examining the financial and operational stability of the KF-21 program. The original cost estimates for the development phase have nearly doubled over time, and internal assessments from South Korean defense institutions have warned of possible budgetary risks. Some advisors within the program's home country have recommended limiting early production quantities to reduce financial exposure. Additionally, one of the international partners associated with the development program reduced its financial contribution significantly, which affected production planning and raised concerns about long-term program consistency. Although the program has not been derailed, these financial and structural issues remain part of the risk calculus for any new buyer. There have also been issues concerning the security of sensitive data related to the program. An incident in 2024 involving engineers attempting unauthorized data transfers was investigated and drew serious attention from program managers and government authorities. Although the case was formally closed in mid-2025 without criminal conviction, it triggered the implementation of stricter internal controls and oversight policies. Any prospective partner, including India, would likely assess the robustness of such security protocols before entering into a long-term manufacturing or technology sharing arrangement. Despite these challenges, the KF-21 continues to generate interest among Indian defense analysts and industry experts. One of the major advantages of considering a platform like the KF-21 is the potential to participate early in its developmental lifecycle. This allows for customization, joint technology upgrades, and the possibility of building specialized variants that meet specific Indian operational requirements. India's aerospace sector, which has been rapidly expanding, could benefit from this kind of collaborative program by gaining access to next-generation design experience, system integration know-how, and supply chain inclusion for global exports. As of August 2025, there has been no formal announcement or confirmation that the KF-21 has been shortlisted by India for technical trials or procurement evaluation under the MRFA program. However, internal interest appears to be growing, especially if the project is able to demonstrate timely deliveries, operational readiness, and a clear path to stealth capability enhancements. India's decision-making process is highly structured and requires extensive evaluations, including airworthiness certifications, industrial offset negotiations, maintenance trials, and cost efficiency modeling. These steps can take several years, particularly when considering platforms that are still undergoing production ramp-up. The KF-21 is under careful but unofficial evaluation within India's defense ecosystem. Its compatibility with Indian engine programs, the openness to collaboration, and the potential for local manufacturing align well with India's defense industrial priorities. On the other hand, the aircraft's current configuration lacks some of the more advanced features needed for operations in high-threat scenarios, and the production and development risks must be addressed clearly for India to proceed. The decision will depend on how well the KF-21 matches India's requirements across four key dimensions: immediate combat capability, long-term upgrade potential, industrial participation, and cost-effectiveness. Over the life cycle of the aircraft, until formal government documents are released, the platform remains a possibility rather than a confirmed competitor in the MRFA acquisition program.